So peeps, earlier Fuga Tech, and today we're putting two Honor Pro devices head to head. On one side, we have the Honor 400 Pro, a solid upper mid-range contender with some pretty stacked camera hardware. On the other hand, the Honor Magic 7 Pro, Honor's true flagship device, carries all the bells and whistles. So, how do they compare when it comes to cameras? Let's dive right in. Let's have a quick rundown first. The Honor 400 Pro sports a triple camera setup led by a massive 200 megapixel main sensor with OIS, joined by a 50 megapixel telephoto and a 12 megapixel ultrawide that doubles as a macro shooter. Up front, you also get a 50 megapixel selfie camera. Meanwhile, the Honor Magic 7 Pro flexes its flagship muscles with a 50 megapixel main shooter, a 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens capable of up to 100 times digital zoom, and a 50 megapixel ultrawide. For selfies, it also packs a 50 megapixel front camera. On paper, the Magic 7 Pro has the advantage in versatility, especially with that 200 megapixel periscope, but let's see how it actually performs in a day-to-day setting. Starting with the main cameras, both phones deliver excellent results. The Honor 400 Pro's 200 megapixel main sensor turns out sharp details with rich contrast, while the Magic 7 Pro balances things out with its variable aperture that helps in different lighting conditions. In bright daylight, differences are subtle, colors are vivid, and images are social media ready. But the Magic 7 Pro edges ahead slightly in dynamic range, keeping highlights under control better than the 400 Pro. This is where things get interesting. The Honor Magic 7 Pro's 200 megapixel periscope telephoto absolutely dominates in zoom. At 6 times and beyond, details remain cleaner and sharper compared to the 400 Pro's 50 megapixel telephoto. That said, the 400 Pro still holds up nicely up to 3 times optical zoom. It also pulls ahead in macro shots. Its 12 megapixel ultrawide doubles as a macro lens, producing natural looking bokeh and solid color accuracy. The Magic 7 Pro tends to lean warmer and doesn't quite match the crispness in extreme close-ups. For ultrawide photography, the Magic 7 Pro takes the win. Its 50 megapixel sensor captures more details and handles edge distortion better. The 400 Pro's 12 megapixel ultrawide isn't bad at all, but compared side by side, it's a notch below in sharpness and dynamic range. In low light, both are capable shooters. The Honor 400 Pro does a decent job of brightening up scenes without over-sharpening, though images can sometimes lean a little softer. The Magic 7 Pro, on the other hand, pulls in more detail thanks to its advanced night mode, though grain can creep in if you zoom in. Selfies at night favor the Magic 7 Pro as well, with sharper detail and better subject focus. The Honor 400 Pro's front camera still performs well, but can struggle a bit with exposure balance. Now, here's where the 400 Pro shines. Portrait shots look more natural, with realistic skin tones and smoother bokeh separation. The Magic 7 Pro can sometimes overprocess skin textures, giving you a slightly artificial look. So if portraits are your jam, the 400 Pro is surprisingly the better pick. It's very consistent when doing portrait shots, and with that, you can really commend the Honor 400 Pro for being great at this segment. For selfies, they both sport 50 megapixel selfie lenses, but for me, the Honor 400 Pro comes out on top. Its 50 megapixel sensor gives you more detail and better skin color reproduction overall. The Honor Magic 7 Pro selfie are still crisp but tend to have over-smooth texture. When it comes to video shooting, both can shoot up to 4K at 60 frames per second max and deliver great stabilization. But when it comes to its front camera, the Honor 400 Pro can only shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second. While if you're into cinematic videos, the Honor 400 Pro has a feature on its video mode that you can actually enable. It's called the bokeh effect. Unfortunately, the Magic 7 Pro doesn't have that. And wireless when doing videos with both phones because it does have a noise cancelling feature that you can enable and disable while you're on the road. The Honor Magic 7 Pro handles dynamic range a bit better in tough lighting, but the Honor 400 Pro has smoother lens switching transitions while recording, which you can only do at 4K at 30 frames per second video resolution. Something vloggers and content creators might appreciate more. After putting both camera systems through their paces, here's the deal. The Honor Magic 7 Pro is your go-to if you're all about zoom, ultra-wide detail, and better dynamic range. Its 200 megapixel periscope is a beast, and it edges ahead in low-light performance. The Honor 400 Pro, meanwhile, surprises with its portrait shots, natural macro results, and smooth video transitions. For a device that sits in the upper mid-range, it punches way above its weight. I know the price is also a huge factor when choosing your device. The Honor 400 Pro retails for 32,999 pesos for the 12GB plus 512GB variant, while the Honor Magic 7 Pro is priced at 59,999 pesos for the 12GB plus 512GB model. So if you're the type of user who values versatility, max out specs, and doesn't worry about its price tag, the Magic 7 Pro is the obvious choice here in this comparison. But if you're looking for a wallet-friendly phone that still delivers impressive camera performance in portraits, macros, and does well in creating great videographs, then the Honor 400 Pro is a very strong choice and should be part of your list. And that's it for this camera comparison. Which one's your pick? Team 400 Pro or Team Magic 7 Pro? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell icon so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Don't forget to follow us on our socials, that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X, and visit yugatech.com for latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Earl, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!